So the Fresh and Fit beef with Abba and Preach is still going on, and Myron has decided to launch the sodomite insult against Abba and Preach, apparently because I guess like being gay is still like, I mean, I understand the gay jokes, but like for Fresh and Fit, who last week swore up and down they weren't about that religion, they weren't about that conservatism, for Myron to utilize the term sodomy and sodomite as if he's some sort of religion follower, as if he's some sort of follower of Islam or Christianity, it blows my mind. Obviously, he would never follow Judaism because apparently over there, they don't. For Myron to be using the word sodomite, that means he's deriving his homophobia from the most divine source, from the ultimate source, the Abrahamic faiths. Truly the most divine source that one could derive their homophobia from. Now, Fresh and Fit denying being religious in their content and all that other stuff. They like to double dutch. They like to play into the conservative game of, you know, the nuclear family is the foundation of the home, while simultaneously telling young men to date 50 different chicks and blah, blah, blah. Fresh and Fit don't really know where they want to be at. I don't know what's going on over there with them, but apparently they're calling Abba and Preach gay as the ultimate final beef-ending insult.
You lose automatically. No one gives a fuck what you gotta say.
Let me keep this up. I get this a lot. I get called gay pretty often. Preach much more than me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, yeah. He called me and you bunch of sodomites.
So Myron says this sodomite made 40 videos on us. I'd rather tell a girl to take a pill than get an orgasm from getting effed in the ass. L. Abba. Abba's sussy partner in crime, this window-looking retard. Why are all my detractors sodomites, pervs, and or dance sus? Abba is a coward sodomite and will not box me. We are the same height and you weigh more. You made 30 plus videos talking shit, so stop ducking me now. Let's see how good your footwork is from salsa dancing with those 3 out of 10s. I'm not surprised the sodomite Abba was terrified to box me when he was in town. Myron, y'all said all type of nasty stuff about Preach's wife. And by nasty, I don't mean sexual, I just mean disrespectful. Y'all said disrespectful stuff about Preach's wife. If I recall, you guys called her a whale. Now, Preach, if I recall correctly, offered to fight both of you at the same time. Now, obviously, it'd be smarter for him to take you guys one-on-one. But Preach, the ones y'all really violated for real, the ones that y'all made racist jokes about, monkey jokes about, all of that, Ku Klux Klan jokes about, that guy, him, he's offered to fight both of you, and y'all have yet to actually directly address him in regards to his offer to fight both of you. All I'm going to say is this. Y'all really should not be telling young men what to do with their lives right now. Y'all need to take a step away and assess yourselves. If you're going to be giving young men advice on how to live life, y'all called out a grown man, insulted his wife, and he offered to fight both of you. And to make it even worse, Preach said, look, we don't need cameras. We don't need clout. We don't need social media attention. I'll box both of you in a gym, no cameras, windows closed, lights on. We could do it. Y'all have not addressed that man since. Why? I don't see what's scary about Preach. He's a big guy, but I'm not afraid of him. I don't see what's scary about him. I'm sure he could fight. He seems like he could. He seems like, if anybody, I ain't gonna lie, Preach looks like he can handle himself. But I genuinely don't know, like, why are y'all afraid of him? Like, why not fight him? You spoke about his wife in a disparaging way. You challenged Abba and Preach to combat. And when Preach was like, I'll take y'all both. Fuck Abba, I'll take y'all both. And check it out. No cameras. If you lose, you don't even have to worry about being humiliated. If you lose, it's okay. You won't be on camera. We won't even talk about it. We'll dust our hands clean and move on from this. Y'all wouldn't even address Preach. How can you give young men direction on how to live your life and how to be men, and y'all can't even stand behind the disparaging comments you made about another man's wife, and when he challenges y'all to direct combat, you don't address him and would much rather address his homeboy who's not interested in fighting y'all? Preach said he would take both of y'all back to back. Y'all can strategize. I'm sure it's possible to win. Why not try? How can you give young men direction on how to live life and y'all can't even go into combat? Y'all can't even take this man one-on-one. He's offering the fight.
A bunch of time, and they played a clip of you dancing.
Yeah, that's Mean Gene.
Wait, who's Mean Gene?
Mean Gene is a character that I have when I dance whacking.
Whacking?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
I used to dance whacking. I don't dance anymore.
No?
No.
You make money moves?
Yeah, man, I was also teaching that dance.
So yeah, they saw this and they were calling you a sodomite a bunch.
That's fine.
Well, they got me over here.
And you're gay because you dance south. Oh my God.
Now here's the thing. People DM'd me a bunch of times. A lot of people hit me up, right? And look, I saw Andrew Tate in the comments being like, I'm not surprised. And here's the thing. I think this is one of the funniest insults online because to me,
it's not one.
And this is also something that I think is like really common for black folks especially because everything is sus. Everything is, you like anime? Gay. You like reading books? Gay.
Me hanging out with girls? That's gay. Me dancing? That's gay.
You like to play video games a lot, especially back in the day when it wasn't cool? Gay. Everything was gay. We're here laying in bed, hyper masculine dudes who are like, oh man, I don't see anything wrong with being gay. And secondly, the hyper masculine dudes who are like, oh man, that's gay. They do the most sus shit behind closed doors. You got Myron over here laying in bed with dude, grabbing him.
Yo, is that what's good? Yo, ain't no way this real. Hold up, rewind.
Do the most sus shit behind closed doors. You got Myron.
Yo, Myron is in bed with a buff white dude, and we got another dude in the background, bigger than both of them. He's got to be cycling something. Forearms are never that naturally big. Then we got a camera and a pillow covering his crotch. There's no way you could explain this. There's no way. What could you possibly say to explain this away?
Over here laying in bed with dude, grabbing him from behind.
So this is allegedly Myron. It looks like Myron. Hairline is resembling Myron. The watch resembles Myron. The skin color, the facial features resemble Myron. Apparently, Myron is shirtless, grabbing another man from behind, arm around the neck and the chest, and is laying a kiss on this man's cheek. Frankly, I've never engaged in this behavior in my life. I don't hate those who do. I have nothing against those who are gay or bi. I'm just going to say this. Why is it always the people that seem to be the most anti-gay that have the most sus going on behind the scenes? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I think that Myron can find many other things to insult besides, haha, you could possibly be gay. Because to be honest, Preach doing these flamboyant, feminine dances, that doesn't really prove he's gay. ABBA doing salsa music with women, that's the furthest thing possible from gay, frankly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, it doesn't get any less gay than that. Myron laying in bed with seemingly naked men who are covering their private parts with pillows. I'm not understanding how that's bereft of any sort of homosexuality, but ABBA and Preach are the poster boys of YouTube gays. I'm not understanding what's going on here. This is as sus as it could possibly ever get. This is as sus as it could ever get. I'm sorry. It just is. I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like, this is... I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this lifestyle. I'm just saying that if you're going to levy this accusation, at least make sure your past is clear of any sort of, possibly seemingly gay stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with being gay. I'm just saying maybe we should move away from condemning homosexuality from a place of hatred. Maybe we should do that. There's other things that you could really get in on.
I know, cuddling, but that's not gay. I've been to a lot of concerts. I ain't never been by one of my homies
I've never done this.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Calm down, Diddy.
I looked at those pictures and I wanted to be open-minded.
Whoa. So here we see the same white dude again. I see this, the hairline resembles. I see the resemblance in the hairline. And we see the watch on Myron's left arm again. So we know this is Myron. This white guy is kissing Myron on the cheek. Myron, I'm not saying anything you did was wrong. I'm just saying it's wrong that you're directing this much hatred toward gay people when you have this stuff going on. How is it fair to gay people to literally be in love with one another and be hated, but you get to cuddle up with allegedly naked white men? Race doesn't matter, but I'm just giving y'all the imagery. You get to be cuddled up with naked, buff white men, mind you. You're not cuddling up with femboys. You're cuddling up with naked, buff white dudes, right? Some of them are on steroids. They're kissing you on the cheek. You're grabbing some of them from behind and kissing them on the neck. I'm just saying that if you're going to hate on gay people, you should probably view that as wrong. How is it fair for them to receive hate, but you get to do all of this and it's not gay and you shouldn't be hated for it and this shouldn't be used against you?
I have literally...
Oh, nah. Oh, no. No. Oh, my God. What is this? So we see the same dude again. Y'all see the little hairline. It's the same white dude. He laying on top of another dude who's laying next to my... Bruh. Myron. Why? Why have all this hate in your heart for sodomy when you got some of the most sodomite-esque pictures I've ever seen in my life? Where are y'all at? Why are y'all all in the same bed? Why? Why do we have this white dude over here, big as hell, on a computer doing God knows what, with a pillow covering his crotch? Then we have another dude, shirtless, cuddling up on Myron. Make it make sense.
Like a booth and laid back into another man's lap.
Here we have him again. Same dude. Myron's cuddled up on him and he has his hand around Myron's neck. I'm not saying any of this stuff is morally wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. But why should gay people bite the bullet, Myron, if you're taking pics like this? I'm just saying. Shouldn't y'all all take the fall for this? Shouldn't y'all all be sodomites? Why do they have to be sodomites, but you get to just be you? It's not really fair to them, is it, Myron? I'm just saying. And why is it that every picture in this video say expose my tree of logic? Yo, tree of logic got to be one of the craziest, scariest internet ops you could ever have. Like, I fear her. I fear tree of logic. I don't want to smoke with auntie, frankly. Like, no problems. Fact, I don't want no problems with her, bro. She too scary for me, G.
And while he put his arms around...
Let me address this real quick because people say that dumb shit. Oh, I saw gay pictures of you. Bro, those were my teammates. Have you ever played a sport at a high level, military, law enforcement, maybe combat sports, anything else like that, where you have a team? It's not gay. It's just what it is. You just horse around. It's boys being boys, right? Guys being guys.
You know what? Myron's actually right, and Myron's also wrong. So I joined the military when I was 18 years old. I did not complete basic training because I snapped my ankle in half. And, you know, if I hadn't done that, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So I'm not all that beat up about it. But I can attest that in basic training, a lot of gay jokes a lot of weird stuff took place. I will admit that. A lot of guys did some really sus stuff in the Bay. I will say this much. It was a minority of guys. Most guys didn't take part. And the guys that did it of their own free will. As far as I know, no one was assaulted. No one was forced. No one was coerced. It was all consensual and it was all jokes. There was no actual acts of sex that took place, but there was some seriously sus stuff that went down that if someone had tried on me without my consent, I would have taken my crutch and smacked them in the head with it. Real talk. Most guys in the Bay, we're talking about 50 dudes, all 18, 19. Most of us, did not participate in that. Most of us said, no, we're good. We're good on that. We might have laughed. We might have joked around. But no one, like most of us were like, yo, we won't participate, but ha, that's funny. That's as far as it went. There was a minority of guys that were cool with doing some really sus shit. And it does take place in those military units and those, I'm sure law enforcement or sports or whatever, but I can guarantee you most guys ain't cool with it. Most guys don't participate in it, and the guys that do it of their own free will. That's not really a defense from Myron, because there's plenty of guys that do not join in on that. I didn't join in on that. I had a broken ankle. If somebody wanted to try some such shit, it wasn't like I could get up and run. But no one ever did. No one tried to force it on me, and I made it abundantly clear I'm not with that. It's all your own choice. You choose to engage in this quasi-gay shit. And you got to take what comes with that. Some people might think you really are gay because you ain't being forced to do it. And there's plenty of other guys that are like, yo, like, I'm not mad at y'all for doing these little funny little gay jokes, but like, I'm not with it. Stay away. Like, don't bring it around me. Do what you want, but just keep it at a distance. Me and plenty other guys were like that. No one forced us, and we were completely unwilling to participate. Guys that wanted to be a part of it, they joined in. It was a small minority, but they chose to of their own free will. So what I would say to Myron is, bro, this whole boys will be boys defense, it's slightly true, but it's also very much false in the sense that, bro, you were one of those dudes who chose to engage in quasi-gay activity. People are going to hold it against you when you start saying sodomite and all this sodomite shit. Like, gee, you got to hold that L. You got to hold it.
Guys,
when you're in a hyper-masculine environment with a lot of other dudes, sometimes you just want to be up in their ass. But it's always the dude who are like, let me see your asshole.
Why? But you know what? At some point, these fists are going to change your fucking face, and you're going to get your shit rocked. You bitch-ass motherfucker. You're a p***, and you fucking know it. And no one fucking respects y'all. That's why I've been on YouTube for 10 fucking years. And if we got to take this fucking video down YouTube because I'm roasting your dumb ass because I know your audience is going to sit there and report it for harassing them because you're a fucking pussy, then so fucking be it. You made maybe 30 plus fucking videos talking shit.
Actually, it's 44 videos.
But you can't last 3 minutes in the fuck around with me because you know I'll demolish you. You know I'll fuck you up. You know it. I'll make you the fucking sodomite that you really are, you fucking pussy.
Here's another problem I have with Fresh and Fit. Myron, you preach about how women are so emotional, they're overly emotional, women can't control their emotions, blah, blah, blah. And yet here you are screaming at the camera, wilding. You got veins popping in your neck. You're losing it. You got veins popping in your head. Myron, part of emotions is anger. Anger is an emotion. It is. It's a real emotion. It's not fake. It's real. And when you engage in acts of anger and rage, it's important to learn from those actions and try to mitigate those kinds of things from happening again, right? You don't want to, you want to make sure you don't have a rerun of that. Remember when you took whatever the hell that was, you picked it up, your little stream thing, I don't know if it's the thing you put the little sounds on or whatever, your soundboard, you picked it up and smashed it. You broke it. You broke it. That's being overly emotional. You're taking equipment that is needed for the podcast that everyone needs in order to create a functioning show, and you destroyed it. You destroyed it. Screaming on camera, you destroyed it. That's called being emotional. Fellas, if you're going to take advice on how to be a man from someone, you got to also hold them to that advice. Myron talks about how women are overly emotional and men need to be in control of their emotions. It's not just sadness you need to be in control of. It's not just fear. It's not just the emotions that are considered feminine that you need to be in control of. You also need to know how to control your masculine emotions, like anger and rage. Those things need to be controlled. How can a woman feel safe around you if you get angry and take things and break them? How can she feel safe around you? You're supposed to be the protector from the threat, not the actual threat. She in a room with you, you breaking shit. How is she supposed to feel safe? You're bigger than her, stronger than her, faster than her. How can she feel safe in a room with you if you breaking shit and screaming? Men, fellas, let's talk about it. We got to talk about this. If we're going to have a conversation about becoming real men and taking control of who you are and being in direct control of one's emotions and all of these different topics of conversation or, surrounding masculinity. If we're going to have these conversations, we got to have them honestly and earnestly. There is nothing masculine about taking the soundboard or whatever the fuck that was for the podcast and destroying it and screaming. Then he says, I'll turn y'all into the sodomites you really are. So now you're like threatening to like commit, unconsensual acts of sexual violence on Abba and Preach after whooping their ass. It's like, this is so beneath y'all. Y'all are a big podcast. You're incredibly successful. This is beneath y'all. You can do better than this. You can. I know people will say, no, they can't. They can. Everyone can. The problem is they're not. Right now, y'all need to just chill out. Because right now, y'all are at your least believable you've ever been in your careers. Between Myron losing his mind and breaking shit, and Fresh getting caught up in baby mama drama, the likes of which we've never seen before, y'all two need to just chill. You're at your least believable you've ever been in your careers. Take some time to relax.
You fucking know I will eat you, motherfucker.
He says I am gay, and then he wants to eat me.
I will eat you.
You want to put me in your mouth. This man is confused.
You got the fucking fear of God in you, man. But it's pussy. You atheist piece of shit. Your parents don't fucking rock with you. No one respects you. And you fucking know that shit. You piece of fucking shit.
Realest nigga on earth, man.
And you fucking know it. If you get the
all of that was unnecessary. That was so unnecessary. Like, bro, like, it was cringe, too. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, we talk about men gotta be real with each other. Myron, that was cringe. And what's crazy is, like, Myron's a reasonably logical dude. He's a logical guy. He's really good at business. He's really good at podcasting. He's the guy that runs all the equipment, all the tech on the show. He's the guy that knows all that shit. I'm pretty sure he could probably, take on a producing role if he had to. And let somebody else take over the lead role of the show. And yet he's doing all this unnecessary screaming and yelling. So we got another video exposing Myron by Tree of Logic. Let's see what this one says.
It's the same sexual gratification of dealing with a woman that you're dealing with a guy. Human beings are intrinsically lazy creatures. You want to go with the path of least resistance. If you get sexual satisfaction from dudes and chicks, well, what's easier to get? Dudes. Why the hell are you going to go through the effort of courting a girl, spending money, having to meet all these prerequisites when you can go ahead and just smash a guy and be done with it?
Most women don't want bisexual guys, though. So it's like, what is Myron saying here? I guess he's trying to convince women to be, like, less picky with their partners or to be, like, less difficult to deal with. Here's what I'll say. One of the benefits of women being so picky is that as a man, you have to improve yourself to be, like, chosen. I highly recommend to young men to persist. Keep going. Keep improving yourself. It will be hard. It will be difficult. And most women are probably not going to give you a chance. And that's fine because you will eventually get to where you need to go. And the women that are there at the end of the finish line will, probably be the ones for you. I don't know what Myron is specifically talking about. I'm going to try to be as charitable as possible. And maybe he's talking about bisexual men. So chicks aren't even into bisexual guys, apparently. So, But I fellas, I highly recommend that if you're straight, don't start bending your sexuality for the sake of trying to get laid. Okay? Women are worth it.
I have a problem with fucking you.
This is a sickness of the highest order.
He's saying, but what is one thing they're good at sucking? What is one thing they're good at sucking?
Nigga, even gay dudes got the beat on that. What the?
Bruh.
I don't know. I'm just assuming. I don't know.
Oh my god.
On personal experience. I'm assuming.
Okay.
You, my friend, your sexual orientation is confusion. You do not know what you want because you have not gone out and tried it. That is why you are so busy calling everyone gay. You're hoping they're going to just try it on you one day. I call this one spontaneous homosexuality. You are hoping for this experience. Embrace
Yo,
it.
Myron.
Most of us already believe that you are gay, but we are okay with it. The problem is you are not.
This is tough. Myron, this is a tough situation.
Female vaginas are disgusting.
No, they're not.
It is hilarious that the men who are obsessed with having sex with women find their private parts disgusting.
Why wouldn't you want to please your woman? Because have you not ever seen...
Like I said before, it's a woman's job to please a man, not the other way around.
No, that is actually ridiculous. When it comes to being intimate and in the bedroom...
Oh my god. Fellas, if you like Fresh and Fit, please just open your ears to me just now. Just for now, okay? Just right now. Fellas, don't ever repeat what Myron ever said in public. Do not ever say, it's not my job to please my woman, it's her job to please me. Please don't ever say that, fellas. Here's what men are going to hear, and here's what women are going to hear. When you say this, what people are going to think in their head is one of two things. Either A, your rocket doesn't work, or B, your rocket isn't working. It's not getting the job done. That's what people are going to think when they hear that, okay? The idea that your woman's pleasure doesn't matter is going to get you in trouble as a man. I'm telling you this right now. If you think your girl hasn't at least been with one guy that was able to get the job done, you're wrong. She probably has. She probably has. And for a lot of women, that matters. Now, if you're the kind of guy that doesn't want to eat box because you're capable of taking care of the box with, other means, hey, do you? You know what I'm saying? But if you're saying that you have no interest in making sure that your woman is pleased at all, don't spread no advice like this on social media. Myron, what are you doing? And fellas who are I hope no one actually hears that advice, if you could even call it that, and thinks it's reasonable, sensible, logical, or rational. Fellas, it is very, very, very important that you make sure your woman is satisfied, okay? The idea that women don't care about satisfaction as much as men do is not true. They have a hard time getting it during sex, but they care about it.
Like, when you do something for someone, have you not seen how, and they like it, have you not seen how much they perform better? And I'm not just talking sexually, like in general.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but a woman's ejaculation is irrelevant. Most women get off on you getting off. That's the truth. I provide.
You claim.
I'm not gonna lie. Myron, this is as sus as it could ever possibly get. Between the pictures and this video, with you and Sharon or Cheyenne or whatever her name is, this is ugly. This is ugly. Fellas, women do care about being pleased, okay? They do. And they do care about pleasing their men too. And she's right about the fact that when you please your partner, they're more apt to want to please you. But women care about pleasing their man. They do. There's a reason why women get offended or paranoid when they can't get you to be when they can't please you all the way. It turns them paranoid because they're like, well, if I can't do it, then there's got to be someone else out there who could or can, or what if he goes to someone else? People get paranoid about this stuff all the time. Fellas, find a way. If you can't do it with your equipment, then do it with something else. But try, okay? Don't listen to Myron. Please, 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 I'm begging, please. Don't listen to him. Your partner's pleasure matters, okay? No matter what he might say, no matter what Fresh and Fit might say as a team, do not listen to that. The gay allegations, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. It's not looking good for Myron. But I don't know what else to say. I genuinely don't know what else to say. Here's what I will say. Myron, you shouldn't be using homosexuality as such a vitriolic insult. Gay jokes aren't bad. I'm not going to sit there and say, you made a gay joke? Oh my God. But sodomite, really? Come on. Y'all just spent the last week saying that you're not a religious show. And that Fresh getting a IG model / alleged escort pregnant isn't contradictory to y'all's values because you were never really a religious show in the first place and blah, blah, blah. Why are you now pulling the sodomite card? Why is that? Why are you saying sodomite? You could be saying well, I guess he doesn't want to get banned from Twitter. But using a word like sodomite, you understand the religious, what's the word I want to use here? The religious background to that word, I guess. I want to use a much more fancy word than that, but I'm really low on vocabulary right now. I'm gonna drop out. The religious undertones, there we go, to that word. You understand that, and yet you still use it. So what I will say is this: if you're going to direct that level of religious hatred towards someone's sexual orientation, you should probably make sure that you don't have any sus pictures in your history. Because I'm going to keep it a stack. Myron, you look more gay than Abu and Preach. Preach has some zesty, feminine dances he's done. The problem is, the dude's got a wife. The dude's in a married, committed relationship with a woman. Y'all are not. Y'all are not. And Myron, you've got some sus pics of you. And then you're on video saying that pleasing your woman doesn't matter. Why even go down this route of like extreme homophobia? Why? Ultimately, I will say this much. This is one of the funniest, if not the funniest, YouTube beef I've seen to date. But at this point, I can't, like, fellas, please don't take Fresh and Fit seriously as role models anymore. After what happened to Fresh last week, I can't take this seriously anymore. I just can't. I've tried for the sake of immersion, for the sake of content consumption's sake, but I can no longer. I can no longer. I try to take them like 10 to 20% seriously, but no longer. I cannot. They're just not believable at all anymore. It's tough. It's sad to see. It truly is sad to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you team Fresh and Fit or are you team Albert and Preach? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.